record. So we're going to review some of the work that you guys are going to see on like a quiz and independent work. So we're going to go over some of it and you guys are going to participate. I know it's your lunchtime, but I just need you for another 15 minutes. You have 15 minutes with Mr. R and another 15 with me. So if I were you, I would pay really close attention. So this is quiz question number 1. A bird is flying at an elevation of 14 feet above and the fish is the same distance below. So Hazel, help me out. When I see the word above, is that a positive or negative number, Hazel?
Positive.
Right, so I'm going to automatically write positive. Now the fish is the same distance below. So the fish is now what number? The opposite of above is what?
Negative.
Good,
Below.
negative below. So therefore, Hazel, which answer should we pick? The fish is 14 feet above, the fish is negative 14 below, or the fish is at sea level, which is 0? You just told me the fish was what? Look.
14, yeah.
14 above or below?
Below.
So you should pick, when you get this or something like this, you should pick negative 14 feet below. I suggest you write it down. Okay, because this is what you're going to see at 1:40 when this is posted. It will be an easy 100, guys. Thank you, Hazel, for taking notes. Maya, I don't know if you're eating or taking notes. Shaylin, I think you're taking notes, right? Maya, get the camera on, and Chris, turn the camera on. Nobody has permission to turn the cameras off. All right, we all got that? I'm going to erase that, okay? Let's do number 2. Again, we're using the number line. Okay, there's a number line to help us, right? All right, number 2. What is the absolute value of negative 14? Oh, come on, this one's easy. Shaylin.
Positive.
What? I didn't hear you. You were right. What'd you say?
Positive 14.
Positive 14. Please write that down. This is a good review time. Chris, this has to be answered today by 4:15. Get used to it because after class, this is what's going to happen. Because when we start the new schedule, times are going to be different and it's going to go into my meeting time. So this is the time I'm going to give you extra support. You hear me? You hear me? All right. All right, because starting Monday, classes are an hour long now. Okay, compare these inequalities. Maya, which is greater, Maya? You did this question in class. 0.78 or negative 1.478, Maya? Which is greater? Maya?
7.
Which is the greater number?
0.70.
Right, so we're going to pick the first one that it's greater than, right? 0.78 is greater than negative 1.478 because when we're in the negative, we owe money. It's a debt. Selena? It's a debt. We have to pay the money back, right? Are we good so far? All right. Mr. Chris, read me number 4, sir. I'm going to post it on the screen. I want you to try this. We just did this in class, Chris. Chris. All right, point P is shown on the number line below. The distance is 7 units to the left. So, look, this is the right, this is the left. Here we are, Chris. We want to go to the left 7. Count with me. What number do we stop at? I'm going to use red so you see it. Ready? 1, Chris, count. Chris? Yeah, help him out, Hazel. Go ahead, Hazel.
So we just did it in class, so it's 11, negative 11.
You actually did this problem.
Yeah, because it's between 10, negative 10 and negative 12. So it has to be, they're missing 11, so.
Right. And what Hazel did is she knew that if I have negative 4 and then I add another negative 7, I arrive at negative 11, folks. Okay, almost done. Everyone got that? Hazel, you got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Shaylin, you're going to read number, that's it on that one, all right? Now, I'm going to stop the screen here and I'm going to show you what your independent work is going to look like. If I were you, I'd be writing this down. This is for your benefit, guys. Because I should see hundreds on all your papers later on today. I shouldn't see anything that has zeros or in missing. Because I will have a heart attack if I see that. I don't mean it like that, but you get it. All right, let's try this. Let's look at, that was the quiz. Let's look at the independent practice now. Okay, independent practice. I think there's only 3 questions. Very simple. All right. Use the number line to order these numbers from least to greatest. Least to greatest. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to draw circles on the numbers. -9, -10, 4, -8, 6, and what do we got? -2. We want to go from least to greatest, which means I'm going from left to right. Who thinks they can tell me the order of the red circles? Who thinks they know? From the smallest on the left, working all the way over to the right. Who wants to give it a shot for me? Bonus points. I'll give you some extra kickboard points for your behavior. Go ahead, Hazel.
-10, -9, -8, -2, +4, +6.
Perfect, which means if you look at my answers in blue, Hazel, do we pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
1.
1, guys. You see that? Oops. Everyone see that? Number 1? Anyone have any questions? Because this is due today. I suggest you write this down. Because it's not, there's going to be no extension granted because I'm doing it now with you. All right. Let's move on. Yeah, this is a fun question. I like this question. All right. 2 teachers. Oh, yeah, this is a cool one. 2 teachers had a debate to determine the correct inequality sign for the problem. Miss Krause says that -3 is greater than -5. Think as the negative as money. Would you rather owe $3 or have $5? Mr. Blau, your principal, says that -5 is greater than -3. Who is correct and why? So if you look at a number line, -3. -3 is right here. -5 is here. Which number is closer to 0, -3 or -5?
-3.
Was that Hazel again? I'm going to give you
Yeah.
some kickboard points. So -3 is what to -5? Greater than or less than?
Less than.
Oh. Remember, we said the farther the number is from 0, the less it is. The closer it is, the greater it is, right?
It's greater.
Right. So now we know that -3 is greater. Who has the correct greater than symbol? Miss Krause or Mr. Blouse? Or Mr. Blau?
Miss Krause.
Right. Does everyone see that? Miss Krause.
Yeah.
You can just put Miss Krause. You don't have to write the whole thing out. Selena, what are you doing? Number 3, and then we're done. Justin says the absolute value of 0 is 0, and Kyrene says it's -6. So let's go to the number line. We have, all right, this is what we got, kids. We got 0 is here, and we got -6, which is here. So this is Justin, and this is Kyrene for -6. Justin says the absolute value of 0 is 0. Do you guys agree with that? Yeah. Do you agree that the absolute value of -6 is -6?
No.
Why?
Because, wait. Can you see that question all over again?
Sure. Do you agree that the absolute value of -6 is -6? You said no. Tell me why.
Oh, no. That's yes, because, okay. Because 6 is 6, no matter if it's negative or positive. It's the same number.
Right, because of opposites. But listen to the question, Hazel. Is the absolute value of -6 -6?
No.
No, because you just said it. Because why?
Because it's the same number.
So the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. It is not negative 6 because why? Can absolute value be negative?
No.
Because it's measuring the distance, which is how far the number is from 0. Therefore, if we know that the absolute value of 0 is 0, and the absolute value of negative 6 is 6, now I can decide who is correct. So Justin says the absolute value of 0 is 0, and Kyrene says it's negative 6. Who's correct? We just did it.
Kareem.
Kyrene? I heard someone
Yeah.
say Justin. Can you tell me why you say Justin?
No. It's Justin, I meant.
Can you tell me why? Why is it him? Why'd you change your mind?
Because I switched it around. I was reading the question.
Oh, okay.
Justin is correct because 0 is 0. Negative 6 cannot be negative 6. It has to be the distance apart.
Very good. See? See how easy that was? And when if you get this, all these answers, right? You should get a 100. Does anyone have any other last minute questions before I let you go to enjoy the rest of your lunch? Because I know my advisors are meeting with me real quick. Kayla, are we good? Type in the chat if we're good. It's not letting me unmute myself. Chris? All right. Chris, tell me, how was this? Was this helpful for you? Okay, Chris, we're going to be doing this every day after our math class on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay? Because we're having classes that are going to be an hour long starting on Monday, Chris. It's only going to be about 30 minutes, not even, okay, Chris? Chris, so you guys can get good marks in my class and Mr. R's class, okay?